Jai Sri Ram, friends. Welcome to Bharat Marg. Welcome, Vinay ji. Thank you for joining Bharat Marg. Appreciate it highly. Today it's going to be a very important discussion, folks. It's about the vehicle explosion at Rainbow Bridge crossing, the bridge that connects US and Canada, okay, through the Niagara Falls. And Vinay ji will cover what happened and more, and liberal politics on security and how it is. And we will discuss about it. But before going further, friends, please make sure to like the video, comment on the video, share the video with as many people as you can, friends, because we need your support in reaching out to the people with the information. Thank you. And also, please subscribe the channel Bharat Marg if you didn't already, and press the notification bell to stay connected with us, so that whenever we go live, you can come and join, ask any question, and give your feedback. That means a lot. And also, we now send out one dharmic message every day in multiple languages for you to get it regarding Sanatan Dharma and to know and stay connected with the roots of Sanatan, friends. All you had to do is send us a WhatsApp to +16479644790, and then you and your family can enjoy and stay connected to the roots of Sanatan Dharma. We'll go to Vinay ji. Vinay ji, it's awesome. What do you say? If you're ready, vehicle explosion at Rainbow Bridge, border crossing, and liberal politics. Welcome, Vinay ji.
Thank you, Ji. So I was pretty amazed and kind of shocked to see that video of the vehicle that ran into this Rainbow Bridge. And maybe you have a video of that, but I'm just going to narrate the whole incident. I think this driver who was in the vehicle was speeding probably around 120 kilometers, or maybe even more, at that speed. So when you're coming into Rainbow Bridge, there are quite a few stops. Okay. And if I'm not mistaken, the speed zone there is only about 20 to 30 kilometers per hour. Okay.
Even lesser, right?
Or even less. Actually, when you're approaching the booths, first is the immigration booth, then there is the toll booth, and all that stuff, right? So basically, this guy was driving from Canada to the US, and he was speeding at such high speed that the car basically at one point hit the curb, and it basically took off. It flew, and one of the witnesses actually said that he thought it was an airplane, and then he realized, no, it was actually a car. So, and the car took off the ground probably about maybe 10-20 feet high up from the road level, and then hit a pillar, and then landed on something, and the car totally exploded. So two people inside the car died as a result. Okay. One of the officers on duty at the border was injured, but it was not a major injury. It was a minor injury. And fortunately, no other major casualties or anything. All right. Now, when you look at the video, okay, I'm just being, I'm giving you my opinion here. Okay. When you look at the video, which person in his right senses would be driving at that speed at the border? That's the question that came to my mind.
Right.
That's the question that comes to your mind, right? And which person is not going to be stopping or pulling over in anticipation of getting checked at the border, crossing the toll booth and all that stuff, right? So the person had no intent of any of this. And from the looks of the video, I mean, we only have a very short, literally, I think 3 or 4 second video of this incident. All right.
Mhm.
In that short, frame, it's extremely difficult to understand what really happened. The problem with I've told you this in the
And
past.
one of the things that viewers have to keep in mind is this crossing is fully equipped with cameras everywhere.
Oh,
But this is the
100%.
only
Yeah.
this is the only footage that came out.
No. The thing is, you got to keep in mind that the footage that came out is probably on the public domain. Okay, somebody accessed it, but there are other videos which are security videos that are either controlled by the Canadian border security or the United States border security, and those won't come out till the investigation happens. They've already got investigators to go and probe into it. But the first comment, without even thinking, what the politicians do is to make sure that this is not attributed to any particular community or whatever, right? The first thing that came out was, no, this is not a terrorist attack, as
Hmm.
far as the preliminary evidence goes. How do you know? Okay, the investigation has not happened. You cannot say whether it's a terrorist attack or not a terrorist attack till the investigation is completed. So it's better to say that until investigation is completed, we don't want to make any comments. Okay, whether
Speculate.
it's a terrorist
Yep.
attack or not a terrorist
But
attack.
if you can hold on a second, Vinayji, if you can just hold on a second, okay, I want you to see what the people are talking. You know, so that will put everything in perspective for the viewers, and
Yeah,
then you can go and comment on it in your own way. Okay,
yeah,
let me go on a full screen so it's easy for the people to see it. Okay.
okay,
I'm just expanding the screen. Hopefully, I'm finding some delay, but anyway, let's go. Okay, here is if the FBI can't figure out who put a single signal, what do you say? Single impact pocket cocaine in a single something FBI. Okay, so if Stacey Abraham, this is from Fox News. Okay, had finished
right,
eating at an all-you-can-eat buffet in the area, FBI just have to just have a chance to determine the cause of explosion. Okay, the FBI knew from the very beginning that the coke belonged to the investigation was just a smoke screen. Okay, so that's what they are using, a code language. Okay, and so it begins, be thankful tomorrow that you got as far as you did. Be grateful that you and your family and your country. Yeah, it goes through. This is a cherry on top of everything that you are talking about. Apparently the general public is a lot more savvy than the people being employed in the federal government. Now this happened. Do you think Biden will take any action and beef up the security at our borders? Okay. Now that there was a bad car accident, okay, the question mark there. Do you see this?
yeah,
You know, maybe instead Biden should review the safety rules of the auto manufacturer.
oh
Yeah.
God,
So for all four bridges WNY have been shut down. At this time, there is no vehicular traffic moving between US and Canada. Okay, interesting. It seems that we can shut down the border if you really want to. Canada shut down the border, not US. Canada has closed all the borders into US. We have family in Canada. So things like that. But people are, you see, nobody is looking to be buying what is being sold, I guess. What do you think, Vinayji?
no, I think there is a lot of what is it, speculation about this whole incident, right?
Hmm.
The people are kind of speculating a bunch of things here. So, but what I was trying to say is,
Hmm.
let's not speculate and let's not even come to conclusions that this is not a terrorist attack. The
Hmm.
the the people, especially the politicians, are always in a rush to make sure that they are not kind of appeasing one community or putting down or maligning another community, right?
Mhm.
So basically, what happens is they kind of jump to conclusions right away without even having solid evidence or solid proof from the investigators and stuff like that. So they basically want to make sure that they appease this particular community and do not malign this community and say that, oh, this is not a terrorist attack, because they were afraid that if they say anything, then some people may get a little yeah, upset or whatever. I mean, you remember what happened during 9/11, right?
You're right.
When 9/11 happened, the entire United States went on a rampage and started killing anybody with a turban, and that included Muslims and Sikhs as well. And
Yeah,
so,
Vinayji, one second, okay? Please hold on a second. Uh, this is from Twitter feed. You can see. I just want to show you so
Mhm.
you can cover this also. This is for the people response. If it is okay with you,
Yeah,
okay?
yeah.
Justin Trudeau ego is saying, okay, the terrorist bombing at Rainbow Bridge is direct attack on 2S LGBTQA1 community. That's why we are mandating all the roads and the bridges be painted in pride flag color to stand in solidarity with the rainbow community. We we will never give in to terrorism. Okay, and back to school for dummies. This is for Ted Cruz and what do you call this one? Fox News. Okay, and
It's
see here, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate that Mr. Trudeau is kind of naming the Rainbow Bridge after the rainbow colors of the LGBTQ plus plus community. Okay, the Rainbow
and see
Bridge.
this, Vinay,
Yeah,
do you see this picture? This is a much clearer picture.
yeah,
You see here within the booth. Do you see how it happened in this
yeah.
picture?
Yeah.
Are you seeing this
So
picture? This is more clearer version. Okay. CNN disclosed that the driver involved in US-Canada border crash was 56-year-old resident of an affluent area. The man intending to attend Kisra concert and was driving a high-end Bentley with his wife. That's what CNN told.
what's the
Okay.
name of this person?
This is from news. Aren't you forgetting? I don't know, every Republican on here. John Rich slammed after the responding to false alarm terror attack.
So what's the
It
name of this
means,
person who
I
was
don't know,
driving?
means nobody is talking about the name. Like
Exactly.
you,
So I mean, like, how long does it take to identify the person identity of the person, right? Like, all it
Mhm.
takes is, I mean, as a layman, I'll tell you, all right, all you need to do is find a license plate, find the
and and
document if it is not.
and one last thing I will read for you, okay, for you to take off. Car smashed into rainbow. See here, this is from here. Richard writes, now car smashed into Rainbow Bridge. Yeah, every news reported full of explosives. Only the motor can be recognized and the rest of the car in tiny pieces. Now they say it's just an accident. Do you think there is a cover up?
Then I mean, like, look, if you watched videos of how cars can get smashed at driving at certain speeds. So this man was driving at about 120, 140 kilometers per hour, and they're saying that it was a Bentley. That I don't know, and they have not identified the name of the person, the deceased, who are in the car, two people. And the thing is, that is the typical way the media works in this country. Okay,
Do
they
you
do
think
not.
Bentley is a high-end car, crashing in, will it become into pieces like you cannot even identify?
No, no. Any car driving at that speed, if it hits a post, then
But
obviously it is
but
it's an ammunition, right? It's carrying fuel in its tank, and any
so
friction.
there was explosives inside.
No. I'm not saying explosive. I don't know about that. But all I'm saying is it's a it's an ammunition that is the
Yeah,
fuel tank. The fuel tank is the ammunition. Okay.
yeah. Okay.
So
I
when
have only
that,
one doubt, Vinayji. I have only
yeah,
one doubt. Okay. Even at the very high speed when Prince Diana crashed, the car didn't go into pieces. That was Mercedes, right?
yeah, but the you're comparing apples to oranges. Okay, when
Hmm.
Princess Diana crashed, right? She basically crashed
Or
into
killed, whatever.
inside a tunnel. All right, and the car did not fly. Okay, it hit a post and it crashed. That's it. But here, the car actually took off by hitting the curb, and it's in the air 20 feet or 10 feet or 20 feet high up from the road, and then it hit the post, and then it ran right into the booth. So that much impact actually, because there is a fuel, probably the tank was full when the car took off, and a little spark, right, can actually ignite the fuel in the tank, and then that can blow it up. So explosion could be for a multiple of reasons, right? It's not just because somebody was carrying explosives or whatever. We don't know that. That's all speculation.
Hmm.
But we just have to base it on facts. All right. Now, a person, the fundamental thing is they have not revealed the names of these people. Why? I'm not sure. Number two, what was the person doing driving at that speed? Was he under the influence of alcohol? Was he driving because he had some ulterior motives, or was he in a suicidal mission on a suicidal mission? What was the intent? We don't know. I mean, this I can only attribute to two things. Okay, this was
Hmm.
either because of the speed. I'm only coming to a conclusion because of the speed at which the car was going. Either the person was on a suicide mission to kill himself and his accomplice. I mean, or his I shouldn't say accomplice because it's not a crime yet. The person who was actually sitting next to him, or he had a genuine intent to hurt somebody, either to hurt himself or to hurt somebody. But if he was the intent was to hurt himself, there are other means to hurt yourself. He could have driven right into the Niagara Falls. He
And
could have
why will
walked.
you go in a 15-kilometer speed limit area, 15 mile or something like that, that area?
Yeah,
Why will
he
you
could have
go
he
over
could have
speed
jumped
there?
off the CN Tower. He could have jumped off the Niagara Falls. He could have driven into the falls, or he. I mean, there are so many other ways to kill yourself.
Then
But
going on a 15-mile speed lane.
exactly, driving at that speed, and so I mean, this is what basically is a little kind of a
But
concerning for
le-
me
le-
actually.
can I ask you a question, Vinayji?
Yeah.
Okay, this is another thing you that is put together here. You see any connection between these two? Hamas terror organization charter targets Christians and U.S. service organizations. Okay, let me make it big here. Okay, probably. Oh, I'm not. I didn't bring the thing here. You can see, you know, Hamas terror organization charter terror targets Christians and U.S. service organizations. Okay, if you are a Christian, a member of another religion, or even participating in the local Rotary Club or Alliance, Hamas also considers you as an enemy. Hamas is using Gaza as an umbrella to legitimate, says author and Middle East expert Walid Fares. The reality is, this is just a jihad movement and is manifesting into America and Canada and in Western Europe. We have never been this level of danger for our democratic world. And also first Fox News said it is a terror attack. Then they had to eat their word. That is also the uh, they were not as nice as Toronto Star, which from the beginning itself claimed, you know, whatever they claimed, like car accident or whatever. Yeah, please go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, like you got to let me go into in that contest the latest speech that was delivered by Mossab Hassan Yusuf. Okay, Mossab Hassan Yusuf is the son of Hamas co-founder Sheikh Hassan Yusuf. Okay, and he defected from the terrorist group in the late 90s and secretly worked with Israel's security services to expose and prevent several Hamas terrorist attacks. Okay, he was kind of a double agent. All right, he was working for Hamas at the time, and then he actually defected to Israel, and then he became part of their secret service, and then he kind of came back, and he was still working with the Hamas group because of his father, and he exposed quite a few of these. When these guys were conspiring and sitting around having meetings and planning how to blow up another site or people or whatever in Israel, this man used to expose it, and that used to get prevented. So basically, this is the person who actually spoke at the United Nations just about a couple of days ago. Okay, in
Mhm.
his 30-minute speech, he was pretty vocal about what Hamas is as an organization. Okay, and
Mhm.
you got to see that Hamas does not differentiate between Israelis, Jewish people, Muslims, Christians, and none of that actually. I mean, I agree what you just showed about the that the terrorist groups, targets Christians and all that, not just Jews. But you will also be surprised when Mossad himself said that they not only target Israelis, Jewish people, not only the Americans, but they also target their own kind, the Muslims as well. Because if you're not aligned with them, they basically you know they kill you, they torture you and whatever. So I remember Mossab in his video said that when he was sent to jail, he was in the prison for about 18 months or something, right? And at the time he saw in the neighboring cells that there were many Palestinian Muslims, and one of some of the Hamas people who had been arrested were in those cells. And during the night time they used to burn plastic cigarette butts and burn the people with that, the Palestinians, the Muslims, because these guys, they were suspects. They kind of suspected that these people had leaked some information about Hamas to Israelis, and that's the reason they were being tortured. So they don't spare anybody. I mean, they have no agenda as such, from what Mossad was saying. So this is the unfortunate part about Hamas. And so I'm not sure, like, coming back to the context of the Rainbow Bridge, which I want to clarify is definitely not an LGBTQ bridge, because Rainbow Bridge was named several decades ago
Okay,
because the
that's a
LGBTQ.
parody account of Justin Trudeau.
Yeah, it's all about, he's trying to please this particular community. It's unfortunate that he's doing this, because today, kids cannot even draw a rainbow on their art pieces in school, because then the other kids will think, oh, these kids are either affiliated with LGBTQ, or probably a gay or lesbian themselves, or something like that, right? But the thing is, this is
Or
going to
even the
stop.
teachers may get them processed.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, like, you know what? There are schools in Canada where if the teacher is seeing any such art or whatever and something, and the kid may genuinely be doing some art with some rainbow colors, they will basically bring a counselor to basically take the kid away, and to teach the kid the nuances of all the LGBTQ, what it is, and all that. Because I went to a school recently, and they have a full wall with all the, what is lesbianism, what is gay, what is transsexual, and they have definitions of it. They have pictures, gory pictures on this wall in a school environment. It's unfortunate. Okay, so we got to stop this. Like, stop this nonsense. I mean, I'm not saying that, you want to practice same sex, you want to practice any of that, please do it. Go ahead. It's your right. But let's not make the minorities become the majorities here, and let's not make the minorities, their whatever their agenda is, they can't push it down the majority's throats.
Yeah, this offends a lot. This offends a lot, okay?
Yeah,
Because the guys exploded. I don't mind they exploding, okay? But do they need to pick up the Rainbow Bridge? It's very sad. They
exactly.
shouldn't have done it. Our prime minister here is wearing a rainbow socks, and it's very, very sad for me.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
but anyway.
unfortunate. But anyway, coming back to the topic, it's slow. So we are not sure what went on here, but the thing is, there is an agenda that Hamas is following. I mean, like, there are pro Hamas rallies. I mean, I'm not calling them pro Palestine rallies, because these are strictly pro Hamas rallies. If somebody is condoning and saying that, what, this is these rallies are, sorry, these attacks are should not have happened. Israel is the bad person. Israel is the bad country. Jewish people are the bad people, and stuff like that. Then they are all pro Hamas people. They're supporting the Hamas. So obviously, the organization is, it's a terrorist organization. So, and they've done a lot of harm. I mean, I'm giving you references
And
from
still,
far.
young kids are there with them and whatnot and all. I don't think
Yeah,
we
I mean,
got to
like
lose.
the indoctrination of these Hamas people. I mean, I was surprised to see a classroom poster in a school in Gaza, and you can see their heroes. And guess who is one of their heroes on this poster? Osama bin Laden. That is the unfortunate part. And these are the people that are
Who, by
considered
the way,
heroes.
who was living a lavish lifestyle in Pakistan? Okay,
Yeah.
but
So this is the
terrorists and
unfortunate
all.
part.
Yeah, but we will talk in detail. But it's very unfortunate. What do you think, folks? What do you think about the liberal politics behind the security of the country and the people? Okay, you are concerned too. Do you agree with the what Vinayji said? Do you agree with especially the people, the common people who said what they said in Twitter and other forums where we share? Do comment and let us know, and we will love to hear from you. Thank you, Vinayji, for coming in and joining and sharing your thoughts. Appreciate it very, very highly.
Thank you, Ji.
Jai Sri Ram, Jai Jai Sri Ram.